because there are a lot of people in this country who do not like Black women. But Black women are the base of the Democratic Party.
But Black power starts with Black women. It just does.
Living is the cost of love. It's the cost of living. Is the cost of freedom.
I want it today, ASAP, not tomorrow.
It's the first day of the 100th anniversary of Black History Month, and Trump is planning to send ICE to Springfield, Ohio to specifically target the Haitians. So I ask, how do you tell the difference between a Haitian and a Black person born in the United States? You don't, because you can't. We all Black. Yet we have Black people calling themselves foundational Black Americans, trying to differentiate themselves from other Black people in the diaspora for what? Reparations? Can we please be serious? It's truly because white supremacy has convinced them the Black immigrant and the brown migrant has come to take jobs from them. They've convinced these FBAs that resources are limited while they hoard the resources. My friend just gave this example. We have a pizza, there's 8 slices. White supremacy takes 6 slices and leaves 2 left for you, the Black immigrant and the brown migrant. Then tells you that if you work hard enough, foundationally Black American, you can one day have a slice of pizza too. And FBA gets mad at the immigrant and the migrant and clings to the one hoarding the 8 slices. And while they hold on to white supremacy, it has them believing the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Nah, they're making y'all agents of white supremacy. How? They're promoting the ideal of nativism. It's rooted in ethnocentrism, which is a tenet of white supremacy. Just like those that ascribe to whiteness, FBAs wants to distance themselves from those that look like them. They're not like the immigrant. They're different. They're better. They shed their culture, their identity to appear more palatable. Yet they even want to rid the country of the vastness and diversity of the Black diaspora. They've taken on the belief that our country should be controlled by and for the one born here. Yet whiteness won't allow that to happen. Whiteness wants this land to be controlled by, be fruitful for white people and white people only. That's why for them, it's okay to have a 34-count felon hold the highest office in the land, while a drug charge from 8 years ago keeps an FBA from getting that job with the city. While that same man strips away civil rights, rights our ancestors fought and died for, by dismantling policies and protections put into place to ensure equality, Black women are losing jobs at a higher rate than any other demographic, especially in 2025. Knowing we, Black women, are usually the breadwinners, forcing so many Black families into economic hardship. Yet, whiteness has convinced these foundationally Black Americans that this man is going to save Black America, when he and the people like him don't even believe in the reparations they think the Black immigrant is trying to take from them. Ugh, they vex me. Foundational Black Americans are the new COINTELPRO. While all Black and brown people should be working together against this system because there's strength in numbers, y'all keep thinking there's some reward, some reparations for you going against your brothers and your sisters, yet at the end of all of this ain't nothing left but more exploitation, subjugation, while whiteness remains the dominant, and you keep acting on behalf of it.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Hit that like button. We are going to talk about not all woke Black women, but we're going to focus on a particular woke Black woman. You obviously, Deacon Dave, you're missing her septum ring. No, they don't need the septum ring to be crazy and woke. And the problem with these crazy woke chicks is that they don't have to be the typical blue-haired septum ring chick, you know, especially Black girls. Black girls just be woke sometime without even looking like it. They can be just as pretty, just as normal looking. For example, this is Isis Irving, a young woman in the real estate industry.
Day 2 of putting myself on your For You page until I get a listing. Hey y'all, I'm Isis Irving with Real Broker in the Edwardson Group, and I am looking for a listing. I am primarily a buyer's agent. All of my clients at this point are buyers. Shout out to you guys. I love you so much. But now I'm looking for a listing. So if you're looking to sell your home in the state of Oregon, I would love to work with you. So
she is in the real estate industry in Oregon, a young Black professional on her way up in the world. She's got everything ahead of her right now.
You're looking for a realtor that's motivated, social media savvy, and capable, look no further. Use the link in my bio to set up a consultation, and I would love to sit down with you, answer all your questions, and introduce you to the team.
And notice she has that great, almost like office energy, like, you know what I call white girl energy? She has totally stripped herself away of any of the ghetto, the Black affectation. She smiles with her teeth and her eyes. She's doing a really great job of presenting because, you know, this is the real estate industry and she's a young lady. She has to look the part.
Look no further. Use the link in my bio to set up a consultation, and I would love to sit down with you, answer all your questions, and introduce you to the team. Because with the Edwardson Group by your side, you're in the best hands. Don't forget, I'm Isis Irving, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
All right. Now, That is young Isis Irving, young professional, just out there starting her career in the world. Yet somehow, some way, she finds herself caught up in the middle of a some political drama. Yeah, she's caught up in the business, y'all. Let me tell you what Isis Irving did. Well, actually, let me play the video from her speaking for herself. This is the after effect of what she did. This is her now claiming victim.
So I just woke up to MAGA doxing me. Mind you, this is what they did to my face. This is what they did to me. And now they're doxing me all over the internet, and they did this to me. Look at my face. I have second-degree burns all over my face. I can't even move my face. I did not attack anyone. I didn't hurt anybody. All I did was move his camera.
She says she didn't attack anybody. She didn't hurt anyone. This is allegedly a photo of her during the night in question, aiming and apparently firing a BB gun at these MAGA protesters. A bunch of MAGA guys were out there. I think it was in Portland, or maybe I forget where exactly it happened, but a bunch of MAGA guys were on the street protesting. And she basically did a drive-by. She did an anti-MAGA drive-by. And more. I'm going to play the video. Hit that like button, guys. We're getting into this one. It's interesting.
And he attacked me. Look at what he did to me. They vandalized my car. They kicked a dent in my car. They threw water bottles at me, threw water at me. And now they're all in my comments calling me the N-word, being racist as hell. Like, fuck Nazis. Fuck all of you. So I just woke up to MAGA doxing me.
So that is her truth. She says, I would just like to thank everyone for their concern and their kind words. I'm working closely with attorneys and everyone involved has been identified. Please watch the full muted clip posted on my page. I will be telling my full story as soon as I'm able. I am not associated with anyone and I work for myself. Stop harassing people who are not involved. Yeah. Well, I guess that's all she posted on her page about the whole thing. Let me see what this is. Hello, mug. I guess that's what Bear Mace does to a black face, y'all. This is what Bear Mace does to a black queen, y'all. When you Bear Mace a black queen, apparently it kind of hurts a little bit. Now, let's get over to the video in question, you guys. Shout out to Andy. No, he has a lot of this footage. You know, he's just the guy to go to for a lot of this West Coast Antifa shit. Portland, Oregon, February 6th, a left-wing female driver in a white Lexus sedan with Oregon plates drove by right-wing live streamers outside the ICE facility and fired upon them repeatedly with a BB gun.
Oh, here she comes. Round the horn.
Damn. There's a water bottle right there. Hey, you're triggered, aren't you?
Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that.
Oh, shit, she just shot me with a BB gun.
And she's going down the wrong
shot
way.
me with a BB gun. She just shot me in the face with a fucking BB gun.
478.
She just shot me in the face with a BB gun, bro.
She's shooting a BB gun.
Yep.
She just shot me in the face with a BB gun. I hope she comes back. I'm popping with this when she goes by, bro. I'm popping. She just shot me in the fucking face with a BB gun, bro.
Yeah, I heard it.
She shot me in the arm like 3 times with the BB gun and it hit me in the side of the face right now.
Oh, I thought it was a real gun.
Boom, boom, boom.
No, that would have been louder.
No. I thought it was a real gun. It looks like a real gun.
Now, he's obviously joking about, you know, how the police would handle that scenario. Had she done that to an actual armed officer, he might have fired back. Just seeing the gun coming out the window, instinct has to kick in.
Clip her out.
Yep,
You
clip
guys
that.
gotta clip her
Clip that.
license plate and everything.
Miss
I hope
Mary,
she comes back by. Holy fucking shit.
Miss Mary, can you please clip that if you're watching this?
So it was caught live on camera. It's not like the incident itself is in dispute. And then it gets even better. She puts out the recording of herself there. And we have a little bit more. Wait a minute. Let me see. Is that the wrong line? Okay. So I think at some point she comes back.
You've drank too much. You've drank too much.
That's why you're sitting here mad.
She's chipping out. She's chipping out. Me what? You've drank too much. You've drank too much. You are drinking too much. Don't touch me. Don't fucking touch me.
You're an evil ass son of a bitch.
How much have you drank tonight? How much have you? I don't think so.
It's fuck ice.
I don't think
fuck
so.
Every Nazi ass, Gestapo ass, pink dick ass bitch that can't stay hard enough to impregnate his cousin to continue his bloodline.
They got 3D over here.
So at that point, she apparently assaulted him. She smacked the phone out of his hand or something. Obviously, there's some type of struggle happening. And now she screams because, of course, that's what chicks do when they get themselves into a problem. They scream and scream and scream.
We're trying to steal shit.
Thank you.
Are you good? You just tried to steal
Yeah, you stole my phone, you dumb bitch. You're stealing my phone.
You can't steal someone's phone. You can't.
You can't steal someone's phone, you dummy. If you were maced, you wouldn't be able to see, you dummy. You can see you're not maced. Yeah, see, we're not stealing your phone.
I didn't try and steal.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. You had it in your hand, you dumb bitch, and running away from me. You picked it up and was running away.
She tried to steal your phone. She did.
And that's what happened to her when she got out there and got in the middle of that whole thing. She got in those guys' face. And then apparently there's more that happened even.
So I just woke up to MAGA doxing me. Mind you, this is what they did to my face. This is what they did to me. And now they're doxing me all over the internet, and they did.
So she pulled up on, I mean, first of all, she came and did a drive-by with a BB gun. And because that wasn't bold enough, she pulled up again. She spun the block, y'all. That's literally what we mean by spinning the block. She did a drive-by with a BB gun. She hit one of them in the arm and then in the face. And then she spun the block and came back around, parked the car, got out of the car, got into their face, and then caused an altercation.
This to me, look at my face. I have second-degree burns all over my face. I can't even move my face. I did not attack anyone. I didn't hurt anybody. All I did was move his camera. And he attacked me. Look at what he did to me. They vandalized my car. They kicked a dent in my car. They threw water bottles at me.
So the white girl was the one who actually tried to steal his camera. Dude maced her. Looked like dude just maced her.
I have second-degree burns all over my face. I can't even move my face.
Yeah, I think she smacked his camera and he immediately maced her or something.
I have second degree burns all over my face. I can't even move my face. I did not attack anyone. I didn't hurt anybody. All I did was move his camera. And he attacked me. Look at what he did to me. They vandalized my car. They kicked a dent in my car. They threw water bottles at me, threw water at me. And now they're all in my comments calling me the N-word, being racist as hell. Like, fuck Nazis, fuck.
Why'd you shoot the BB gun at him? Why'd you come back and get out of your car? Stop bothering people. You thought it was a sweet lick because there was a bunch of white boys and you can just get away with it. Now you mad. Are we supposed to be doing something for you now? Are we supposed to be like on your team? Should we help you fight back? Should I put $1 in your GoFundMe? Like, what did you really expect from anybody? Now we're supposed to get all in our black feelings because of you, right? Isn't that how the media game is played? They find a convenient black girl victim and they say, oh my God, atrocity, racism, oppression, we got to do something. It's not supposed to happen in America. But then when you look back and you get to the heart of the story, you find out it really wasn't the way they said it was.
Sorry I had to remake this. This creator is lying to you guys. She got maced because she started it with those guys.
Move my face. I did not attack anyone. I didn't hurt anybody. All I did was move his camera. And he attacked me. Look at what he did to me.
That is a complete lie. She seen a group of MAGA supporters on the corner and started to blaze at them with a BB gun.
Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that.
Oh shit, she just shot me with a BB gun.
And she's going down the wrong way.
She just shot me in the face.
I put the uncensored video in the Discord for you guys to see. After she did that is when you see them throwing water at her car, kicking her car. Then she gets out the car. She didn't move the man's phone. She slapped his phone out his hand and it hit the floor and he immediately maced her. Politics aside, she's trying to get the community riled up for something that she decided to do. You decided to go get a BB gun and go blaze at them while driving down the wrong side of the road. You decided to get out your car and slap that man's phone to the wall and get maced. Like literally the whole situation was avoidable. She literally started it with them.
I'm not trying to hear that, bro. I am not trying to hear that. You know the routine, bro. The black woman is God. We gotta get up and march.
But if man had to find out that his God was a woman,
I say the black woman is God, and
black woman is God.
I say the black woman is God.
The black woman is God because, you know, she was the first organism on this planet.
And while I got you guys here, there's something else I kind of want to talk about too. This sort of idea of like choosing your side and whose side are you on, you know, the FBA standing with their, you know, the white supremacists and all of that. I want you to think about something.
As a member of the Black delegation, I have never been more conflicted in my life by the actions and words of a white man. A white man called a black ICE officer a house nigga.
What do you mean by that?
like we should really
Fucking house nigga, isn't there?
Sir, I need to move.
Fucking house nigga working for the fucking KKK. What's wrong with you?
Not only did he say it once, he said it twice pronounced. He said, a house nigga working for the KKK.
God have mercy upon us.
I will say.
Now, when Trump puts out that video with the Obamas, everybody says, oh, my racism, I can't believe Trump would do this, right? But when liberals call a black person, a black man who works for ICE, when liberals call him a house nigga, black liberals think it's amusing. They want to make funny laughter memes about it.
Upon us.
I will say, right message, wrong messenger. Your conduct is under review with the board and we will report back. with how we feel. Let this be your last time. You knew you ate with that comment because it's correct, but you shouldn't be saying it, Billy. Shouldn't be saying it. Somebody in another comment section says maybe it cancels out like PEMDAS.
So a white liberal can call a black guy a house nigger, and according to you, he ate. Whatever that means. I hate that new piece of slur, but anyway, I mean, piece of slang, but anyway, according to you, he ate.
All I know is that we need more black people talking to black ICE officers like this, because we cannot be letting white people call coons. We cannot let, that's a full circle racism moment. We now have white people calling black people who are coons, and house niggas because we're not doing it. This is crazy. If we don't step.
No, it's because that's your team. It's because you made it cool. It's because they want to be down with you.
Put up and take ownership of this. But next thing you know, we're going to have Taylor Swift with her unseasoned offbeat dance moves and lyrics calling us out next. A white man called a black ICE officer a house nigger. Happy Saturday, guys. I don't know. I think I've seen it all. Everything is ass backwards in this country.
Now, notice when he laughs at racism, it's like ironic and funny because he's a liberal twink. When I laugh at racism, it's scary and weird because I just don't have the emotional weight that you give it because I'm not a liberal twink. Maybe that's what makes it okay. Maybe when you're a liberal twink, you get to laugh at liberal racism and twink about it.
Sir, a house thing. Happy Saturday, guys. I don't know. I think I've seen it all. Everything is ass backwards in this country. America is a fucking shit show. I don't know. But he wasn't wrong. That's the problem. He wasn't wrong.
Right. So he called him a house nigga, but he wasn't wrong, though. You see, everything is all mixed up. I didn't make it this way. I'm just in the life now. I'm just playing the game. I didn't make the rules. The rules are retarded. Who knows what the rules are anymore? I want to kind of move over a little bit into this FBA conversation here. Hit that like button, guys. We're going to shift gears slightly a little bit. You can't spend all morning on Keisha with the funny face. More important things to talk about right now.
They hate us. You missing?
You know what's so funny about this guy with the fitted hat? He calls himself the smart guy. This is like, and technically he probably is a smart guy, but this is like Project Smart. This is like smart when all of your friends cook crack and have multiple felonies, right? This is a different type of smart. This is like bell curve smart.
They hate us. You missing a point. No, I get you missing the point. Listen, brother, don't do that. Listen, we gotta show. I can't fake the phone. You guys not about faking the phone. You asked me, but you asked me a question, right? What you got to do is you got to show us front of unity while we on camera because people watching this. Let me tell you this. And what I mean by this is this. No. See, my viewers, you got your viewers, I got my viewers. I can't fake the phone. We have unity. But if you ask me, did I see an African? Yeah. When I came across, they fucking hate us. You missing a point. You niggas ain't us. I didn't ask you that question. I said when you asked me, did I see when you see an African, what's they?
Yo, Trap Socrates is crazy, but it's accurate. Trap Socrates is accurate. If you hadn't come up with that, I might have used that myself, man. I might rebrand my whole thing. I just might come out as a whole new nigga on the internet. Trap Socrates.
Nature, like you say, cool. How do they function with their people? They cool. No. Listen, what I'm saying.
Not how they treat you. What is their nature?
Listen, what I'm saying. Right. Listen, what I'm saying. I just said no. You're missing the point. And this is why when I speak in unity because you propagate the unity. You use the M word because you've been conditioned to take it on as a term of endearment. So if I make unity a term of endearment, if I condition our people to be unified, I can do that by consistently putting that messaging point out there. It's in our nature to be loving.
They're having this whole debate about Black people in America unifying with the Black diaspora. and particularly Africans, because the Caribbean thing is not as big of an issue. Like people coming from Haiti or Jamaica and whatnot, it's not quite the issue that like people coming from Africa, because Africa is a gigantic place and there's literally like, I don't know, probably 1 billion Africans by this point. And most of them try to come here or Canada or the UK. Either way, they don't want to live in Africa no more. All these Africans, they tired of Africa and they want to come here. And so the idea is that because we relatively look like them, we should just be happy that they're here, standing next to us in line, you know, cutting in on our shit. Which brings me to Shabuzi. Shout out to Tether Radio. Some Tariq Nasheed bullshit, probably.
Somebody gotta put these tethers out of their misery. They know liars and tethers got a history. In America, immigrants are only known for bushmeat. Yeah, Shabuzi, you in the tether. Shabuzi, you in the tether. Immigrants can't even build up their own confidence, let alone their own continent. You're the majority, getting slapped around by the minority. In your own homeland, but you want authority. In a culture where you lack purity. Shabuzi, the Grammys, smelling like foo-foo and a goozy. You're the type of guy that be at the club with McConan on a Tuesday. You were the first tether to bring bushmeat to the Grammys. You had to represent for the family. Meerkat bones tucked away in your pants. Somebody gotta put these tethers out of their misery. They know liars and tethers got a history. In America, immigrants are only known for bushmeat. Yeah, Shabuzi, you in the tether. Shabuzi, you in the tether.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. Now, I caught a piece of a conversation, actually a really long conversation. We're going to rock out with this for the last part of the show. But the blacks and the other blacks, they don't really, how can I put this? The unity really isn't organic, man. I'm just saying. It's not really a natural unity. It's just not playing out the way they told us it would, you know?
Slave trade as well. The Caribbeans, they were descendants of the slave trade as well. That's why they are considered black. They consider themselves black.
Some don't even consider themselves black. Some Jamaicans,
Dominican.
some
It's mostly
like
Dominican.
like they do not consider themselves black. They be like,
Excuse me,
hell no.
excuse me. Can I just do a little point of information, Bea? You seem like a good person, right? But you do, of course, realize when you say black, it's specifically an American thing, right? You do realize Aboriginal people collectively call themselves black. Like you do realize that.
Also, the term black was brought to Africa as well, as a racial classification during the transatlantic slave trade.
No,
So
and
that's
she's
not
talking
even
about
true.
ethnicity-wise, and that's why I asked if we're talking about racial-wise
But
or
no,
ethnicity.
she also said that Africans don't call themselves black because it wasn't brought to Africa, and I'm saying that's not true. It was brought to Africa as well. I mean, they used
no,
other
black
terms
is
as
They
well.
don't even like using it. So what the fuck does that matter?
I'm not. But you did you not just say that Africa didn't like they did that right? That the colonizer did not bring the term black to Africa? Because
I didn't
I
say
could have
that.
misheard.
I didn't
I'm
say
talking, sweetheart. Nobody's talking to you.
Pause. First of
Girl,
all,
relax.
I don't get. First of all,
You got,
it can
like,
be brought. It can
like
be
a-
brought to Africa. But it was not started for you, Queen. It was not started for you. It was not started. This was simply from the struggles of Black Americans took in the transatlantic slave trade. And I feel like Africans want to be Black when it's beneficial for y'all.
Thank you.
We will tell y'all we're African. Y'all will tell us we're not African because we don't know where we come from and whatever the case may be. So then when we take pride in, okay, then when we take pride in our American culture and what the fuck our ancestors been through and what they put up with, then it's, oh, Black. If you really want to even get technical, Africans, y'all shouldn't even be saying nigga. That wasn't even a word for y'all.
That's our struggle.
Thank you. That was not even a word for y'all. No, none of y'all ancestors were called niggers. None of y'all ancestors were
That's just a lie. Like, Bea,
no, don't like let her speak.
I gotta clarify.
No.
Something. No,
You can't say that.
The word literally actually did come off of a fucking. It came from an African tribe, bro. And they just called them that, bro. I'm pretty sure the word.
Talk about Niger.
White
Niger
people
is a country, not a
did
tribe.
not come up with that word, bro.
Man,
Shit was
y'all saying the
original.
wrong thing. Girl, you cannot say the hard R on TikTok. Like, we love the TikTok shop. You cannot say that.
No.
That
Oh, wait,
shop
me?
is amazing.
Yeah.
Y'all
If y'all
saying
were
everything
listening-
but what you're supposed to say.
Yeah, if y'all were listening, she said the hard ER. I need everybody to
He
drop
did.
the
I
in the
heard it.
comments
That
or
was
something.
crazy.
Yeah,
We love
drop
TikTok
the
shop.
For TikTok purposes, yeah, you can't say that. But she Black. I mean, outside TikTok, she's Black. She can say that.
Everybody.
But not on here.
No, I said
it hurts
on
the
TikTok
lie.
you can't, but she can still say that because she Black and she Black American.
Bro,
Now Africans should not be saying that.
The white man got rules, nigga.
Like,
I don't know
okay,
what the
tell a
fuck you
white
talking
man.
about.
Okay. I have a way that we can solve.
You can talk debate on
why
it.
y'all
You
niggas
can't
so
say that.
smart?
Right. I have a way we can end this right now, right? Since like African Americans allegedly or Africans can't say the N-word because it wasn't made for them. Whatever. Fine. We can end this right now. Put two Africans in a room together. You put one African American, one directly from Africa, right? And then you put a racist white man in there. Tell me if he's going to determine which one is from Africa. We'll wait.
Yes. Like, can we not acknowledge that there are certain things that come from where you're from? Like, people have certain different head shapes. I'm not talking about phrenology, but people have different head shapes.
No, you
shapes,
are
depending on
though.
whether-
Yeah. I mean,
I'm talking about head
no,
shape.
I'm
That
not.
is phrenology. Isn't that not?
So
It's
are
you're
you telling
measuring
me
somebody's
that people
soul.
from different areas or different countries don't have different phenotypes?
Well, you
That's
said
a
head
pheno-
shape though. Head shape is
head
you said
shape
it was
is
not
like-
phrenology, but that is phrenology.
Yeah,
So
you can
don't
say
sit
like
here
their
and cap.
Phrenology is determining someone's race versus their skull shape. That's not what I said.
They do,
Because we
but
know
they
that there's
measure
still
your skull
so
in
that's
phrenology,
But
do they
you're
not?
using
I'm
skull
saying
shape as an
different-
indicator of where someone is
skull
from, which
shape.
is still
Okay,
like
so
the basis.
you love saying you. Then you say I interrupted you.
How am I the weirdo? How am I
Did
the
you
weirdo?
not
You're
say
the
I
weirdo.
interrupted you? Now
You're the weirdo.
Are you? Well, I'll be a weirdo and you can go back to Africa. So, like, what?
You notice how they always go back to white supremacist talking points whenever they like.
It's crazy.
Go back to Africa is insane.
This is literally what I was talking
insane.
about earlier. Because didn't that just say participating in white supremacy isn't how we get?
She literally said she wants to. She literally said she wants to, but now
I never said that. I'm not even.
Never once.
I didn't grow up in Africa.
You joked and said, "Oh well, then how do I reclaim it and use candles to
That's
now
not-
be Black
that's
American?"
not what
No, she
So
was
then
saying
go.
with you because you told her to denounce it and to just be Black American.
And she was trying to be funny, so I was funny back. So now we
Okay,
both
so
laughing. But
the
can I
joke
finish
did
my
not
point without
land.
being interrupted? Because I was not talking about phrenology. Because that's a
We have been
pseudoscience.
interrupting
I'm
each other
talking about
all
the
the
simple
time.
fact that there are different phenotypes depending on where you're from. Will a white person determine that? No. Because white people are ignorant. We already know that. But Black people definitely. So y'all's gonna sit up here. Hold on, let me find it. Because there's literally a distinction in different. There's phenotypes, not skin color, because that's universal within Blackness. But there are different phenotype structures within your face. Not talking about determining your race off of your skull, which is phrenology. I'm talking about.
Yeah,
how
you
we have
did. You
different
said
things.
phrenology shit.
Yeah, you said
weird.
skull.
Phrenology.
Yeah, you did.
Is
She did
is
say
literally.
skull. We all
Okay, so
heard her
clearly you
say
don't know what
skull.
phrenology
We
is.
all
I
heard her
did
say
say
head
skull.
shape.
I did
We
say
all
skull.
heard her say that.
So I said skull, but phrenology.
Yeah. Why don't you go find that proof and stop talking about
okay, so define
pseudoscience,
phrenology
girl.
for me. Define
Why don't you go
phrenology.
find
Did you
that
have-
proof and
Define
stop
phrenology.
talking that pseudoscience?
Define phrenology.
Proof.
So you can't do it.
Proof.
Moving on.
Proof.
Moving on. Anyways, phrenology, since she can't find it herself, is when they say that you can find someone's race based on their skull shape. Africans, in my opinion, I don't know what Bayana was saying. Africans are still Black because we know how race is structured. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you can tell the difference in ethnicities because I gotta find it for you, but I'm not talking about phrenology. So fuck this bitch below me. I don't really give a fuck. I'm gonna look at her.
Why?
Okay.
Mind you,
I'm
this
not
all
being
started
disrespectful.
because you just don't want to accept that you're from, like, your bloodline is from Africa. I don't even
Where did I say
understand that.
where did I say that?
But it's like you don't want to, but because you're so desperate to like distance yourself from Africa, right? And no other race does that. I'm sorry.
I said I'm not African. And why do you care what other races do?
Because it's silly.
you care what
They're
other
allowed
races
to be
do.
proud that they're African.
Why do you
They're allowed
care
to be
how
proud
they
that they're
identify? I don't give a
European.
fuck about how an Irish white person identify.
Well, because you think Africa is dirty, and that's okay. You
I
think
never
Africa
said
is
that.
dirty.
So now you're just projecting because I never
Well,
said that.
you think it's because if there's nothing wrong with Africa, and you know the vast majority of your DNA comes from somewhere in Africa, why don't you want to claim that you're
I'm
African?
not African. What are you talking about?
So I'm going to repeat the question again.
D-class, if you want to claim your Africanism or wherever the fuck you come from, congratulations, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I'm from America. I'm Black American. Most of my family have been here. I'm not saying I'm indigenous to the land. I'm not one of those.
And how did they get here?
But I'm saying if I'm hundreds of years away from Africa and I have built a culture in America, why the fuck am I calling myself African?
Thank you. Because my thing is, okay, so then when we go back to Africa, where are we gonna go? What country? Then what culture? What culture are we gonna celebrate?
If you want to talk about Pan-Africanism, I don't like that either because you want to know why?
Like, what are we talking about?
Hello? You apparently do. You suck the dick of Africa.
I know
right
y'all
now.
here.
Like,
Am I muted? Anyway.
Well, she's kind of low, so she needs to
my
speak up.
fault.
Well, you need to shut the fuck
Damn,
up
I
so
was
you can
trying
hear
to
it.
find
I
you,
hear her
but
just
let me
fine.
shut my ass up,
So you
actually.
can hear it.
No,
Damn.
Gojo, go ahead.
Anyways, I was about to say, D-class, she's correct, though. Like, not all Black Americans are. Nigga, please.
Serious.
Hit that like button, y'all. I kind of be wanting to comment on it, but I don't, because just letting it play out is funny in its totality. But we are watching a group of quote unquote Black people have an identitarian crisis right now. We are really watching the identity struggle. It's an identity snuggle struggle.
Or African. But she did agree that she's African descent, so
Not all Black Americans are African. Yeah, sure, maybe, right? But
no, it's not maybe. It's yes.
Hold on. If you're saying,
you know what?
If you're saying that being Black American is based on cultural identity and like how the cultural identity of Black American and African American is different, then I'm Black American too.
Yeah, you like you from Uganda.
Africa is such a large place, though.
There, I said my mom. Shut up, bro. Girl, you hate yourself.
Wait,
Africa
you're
is such a
second
large
generation
place,
from
though,
where your
You
mom
have low
is.
racial self-esteem. Like, please.
Yeah, like
you're not even from America.
Like
you want to claim to be American and your parents came here on a boat. Like what?
Like parents did not come here on a boat. That's just
your great grandparents did.
What are you talking about?
Like, let's stop
if you
the
want to go to
bullshit.
Nigeria,
You know what I meant.
Fine. There's beautiful places in Ghana.
Right? Because
There's beautiful places in Nigeria. Like you can go back to Africa, nigga. No one's making you stay here.
Well, nobody's making you not claim that you're African.
You
like,
are.
I don't understand what's wrong with that.
Real quick.
What are you talking about?
Let me stop arguing for a second. And just,
my fault.
The reason why I was going to say is like, it was a point that was made in the comments earlier that I forgot. It's like a big point for Black Americans is that we do not know where our ancestry is from. We know some general aspect of Africa, but we don't know in depth. So if you know that you're, where your mom is from and where your father is from, that is a big distinction from African Americans.
Right. But like the only reason why
lineage is from, if you know where your lineage is from,
but
you're not Black.
But hear me out,
Black. Black American. They are Black.
Crazy. Knowing where your lineage,
Black.
hold on. Knowing where your lineage is from means you're not Black.
that doesn't make any sense.
That's not what I said. I said,
Pabi, I'm talking to Bay.
Talking about Black.
That's stupid as fuck. You know
That's
that,
the
right?
dumbest shit I ever heard, Bay.
Because you just sat here and said that is stupid as shit to say, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you just sat here and tried to use the fact that you didn't know where you're from. Right? You literally just tried to say, if we claim Africa, where are we gonna claim? Well, the people who know where they're from are just gonna claim where they know where they're from, because not all Black Americans don't know where they're from. A lot of Black Americans do know where they're from. They actually know exactly where they come. They still don't agree that they're African. Like
crazy. Like saying you cannot be black if you know where you're from is the wildest shit I've heard. What about indigenous people who's black? Girl, shut the fuck up, girl.
Like not Bea, and I know you're being sincere with this, right? You know, and I'm trying to come at this from like a very respectful angle, right? But you don't see Asian Americans like who don't know what like part of Asia that their family is from.
Bro,
right?
I've never met an Asian person who didn't know where they was from.
I'm
not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, that's nice. You haven't met all Asian people. Moving on.
First off, that's because Asia didn't go through slavery.
Exactly.
I know. I understand that. But the point still stands. Right?
It is a dumb example.
But the point still stands, Bea.
No, it doesn't.
No, wait. You gotta use something else. The point still doesn't stand because Asia.
Well, because I haven't been allowed to finish it, ma'am. I haven't been allowed to finish it.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead and finish. I don't have mine, so.
Right.
Just drop the analogy.
Yeah, the analogy's it's a little bit of a weak analogy.
Yeah.
Well, I have to be able to finish it.
I get it. It's just Asians are famously homogenous and didn't have very much migration.
Right, but I'm saying still, it's like you don't see those people get really hung up on it.
I've never met a single person that
didn't know. You haven't met every
to let
Asian
him finish,
people.
bro. You have to let him finish. Why the fuck
wrap it up? And when I talk about Asians, right? Keep in mind,
that's why
I'm
you're
not
so
just talking about people from Japan.
Stop it.
I'm not just talking about people from Japan. I'm not just talking about people from China. I'm not just talking about people from India. Asia is a whole continent, right? So you have all sorts of people there, right? I would never go to an Indian person and be like, "Hey, where's your family from?" And an Indian American, most of the time, they're gonna be like, I really don't know. Right? I was born here in America, but I'm still Indian American, right? And that would be completely okay. Like I understand they have different histories. I understand that they weren't forced to come here. Yeah. Cool.
What's
I don't know if I agree with that.
but I'm saying we allow them.
I don't know what we're trying to say here.
He's just obsessed with every other culture. Like, girl, shut up.
Whatever you say. I'm obsessed with every other culture. I'm obsessed with every other culture.
To highlight try to keep it concise and get to the point.
My point is we allow every other people to be proud of their heritage, right? And we don't make them like, oh, well, what tribe are you from? Or whatever. We don't do that, right? We're the only people that do that to ourselves. I don't like that. I think it's silly. And that's it. That's all I don't like. That's it.
I understand what he's saying completely. He's basically trying to say that.
Hold on. We gotta introduce you right quick. Can we have your Asian race, please? Sorry, Asian ethnicity, and then go ahead and give your thought.
Go ahead.
Asian ethnicity.
Somebody me. Okay. I'm Jamaican. I was
born
in America. That door, nigga.
Christmas ass bell right there.
Hey, you over here, miracle on 24th Street.
I see exactly what he's saying though. He's saying basically that everybody is allowed to claim their American identity, right? And accept their background culture. Like a Chinese American can be like, oh yeah, I'm American, but my family is Chinese, and it's all right with the whole world. You understand what he's saying? Like any other culture, an Indian person can do that, can be like, oh, I'm an American now, but my family is from India. And I respect their culture, but no, the whole world is that the Italians do it, the Japanese do it, the Chinese do it. But when it comes to the blacks amongst each other, oh nah, you're Jamaican or you're Guyanese or you're Haitian, and we have to stand on that. That's what he was trying to make us. That's what he was trying to say.
I agree, and I agree with D-Class. I agree with you. I think though, I don't know. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I am saying that just because they do it doesn't mean we have to do. Like I'm saying that like the issues that face Black people globally, right? Not just here, globally, are way more complex than some other people. So I think that Black people are not going to identify themselves in the same way that other races are. And I think that's okay because we have a different background and a different complex history, right? Like, I think that like the idea that we have to aspire to other races to have a different history, a different background, and a different trauma, I wouldn't agree with that.
And
That's the consistency of every nation in America.
Golden.
Oh, I thought we was.
No, it is open panel. It is. Oh my god.
Yeah. I just
It is
wanted to
open
say,
panel.
like, no,
It's
I
just
hear you.
Tabby. Wait, hold on. Let Tabby say something right quick, and then I'm gonna go to Golden and then D-Class.
Okay, my fault.
I was gonna say, I think the big distinction here is understanding of Black this separate from race and ethnicity, because for a lot of Black Americans who have grown up here, who have came here since the aspect of slavery and on, we had to build their culture around our race versus building a culture that could be separate from our race. So for a lot of Black Americans, they hear Black and they think just here. And I think that's where Bay is coming across as versus seeing Black as race and then saying Black American as a separate of race and pointing out that it's ethnicity. There's a difference between being Black as your race and being Black American as your ethnicity. And I think that there are a lot of Black people who come here, who immigrate from here, who are Haitian American. You're still Black, but you know more, you have a different culture, or who are Jamaican American or who are whatever else American, but they are still Black racially. It's just that there is an ethnicity difference.
Wait, are you saying that in response to me?
No, I'm saying in response to this entire conversation, or like at least what Bea is misconstruing. I feel like part of what Bea is misconstruing, not being able to properly say, or just like a big part that's being missed in this conversation in general when we're using the term Black, is that it's being used in two different ways.
Okay, yes, I agree. Okay, Golden, go ahead.
I totally agree with what she's saying, but the problem is the respect that we, or the appreciation that we have for each other. It's like those other communities, you don't see Italians bashing out on Japanese, or they have their respected communities. You get what I'm saying? And they might have their own biasnesses against other people, but at the same time, amongst where you don't see these actions taking places where in our community where it's like they stick out like a sore thumb. Everybody identifies like, nah, go over there, you different. Go there, you different. And it's just like you said, we all Black, right? And we might have a different background. We all have a different background of ethnic background. And even with our different ethnic backgrounds, we all have a similar problem, right? So even if you go to the Civil War, what started the Civil War was because all of those countries was in America trying to hold land. That's what caused that. They was trying to hold land, and because they couldn't come to an agreement.
Are you in those said communities to know?
What do you mean?
The host just asked me to ask you if you are in those said communities to know.
In what communities that you're asking?
Wait, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I got my headphones in. I was asking because you said if you look at Asian communities, you look at the Italians, other white tea communities, they don't do what we do, which is go back and forth. And I said, you're wrong. I'm not in those communities, but they debate and discourse and argue the same way we do, bro. So I hate when Black people say, oh, other communities don't beef and fight. You're fucking lying. But I also have to ask, how do you know? Are you in those said communities? Are you over there observing and learning? Like, how do you know? Because your guess is as good as mine.
To be fair, Sheffield does say...
When I was younger, to answer your prompt, I did live in a white neighborhood. I lived in Woodridge,
Ew.
New Jersey.
Sheffield did say, Dr. Beverly Sheffield has said that, I mean, of course, she's an academic scholar. She actually went to my college. But she did say that the oppressed culture does know what the dominant culture, like a lot of the trends within dominant culture, right? So, like, for example, if, like Black people, we all know that white people don't like little hat people. You know what I mean? Like, just because of our... Yeah, they have their biases, and we like kind of know what their biases is. We have an insight into their culture because it overwhelms and it's trying to oppress our culture, but they don't have an insight into our culture because,
there is no protective wall. The whole thing that everybody missing is point that everybody missing is every culture besides from the Caribbean and Black America and I guess certain spots in Africa, they have no power behind them. You see, if you disrespect the Chinese person, they have China behind them. Russia, they have Russia behind them. These are real things of power. If you disrespect the citizen or people that visit your country from another country and your country has power, you will be checked on the political scale. None of our countries are protected under that margin. So when anybody comes here, regardless if you're African, Jamaican, Haitian, or whatever, we all fall under that system. And this is where that division occurs now, because we're all under that system that we're familiar with, and then we have to live amongst each other like crabs in a barrel. So yes, these differences do occur in other neighborhoods, yeah, but they got to keep it in check. This is the differences of what goes on, and that's what I'm trying to explain to you. That's why it took us back to the Civil War. The Civil War started off because countries came here to conquer a land. It wasn't working out well, so they made agreements.
You're saying the Civil War?
Yes, the Civil War.
That was fought over slavery?
Yes. The same war that freed the slaves. When the British and England,
America
I believe,
was already separated from a lot of the other. When America was Civil War took place after a lot of what you're talking about when they're talking about all these countries came over. The U.S. was already formed by then.
That was when it was the Confederate flag, and it changed from the Confederate. Do you remember what the Confederate flags represented?
I know, but I think you're conflating with your Civil War with another aspect of history, because that Civil War, the U.S. is already formed by then. And I understand what the Confederate flag
was
is.
the U.S., right? The Confederation
Golden,
flag.
where are you from?
We're the Southerns.
I'm from New Jersey.
Oh, are you Black American?
I told you I'm Jamaican.
And that's why you keep focusing on these white people. We're talking about Black Americans, because you talk about white people and Asian people.
Okay.
Like,
no, we're talking
focus
about
on
the
America.
We're
talking about FBAs and Pan-Africanism. You want to suck the meat of white people, bro? Come
it's
on.
not about white tea people. It's about the barriers of protection lies with us, right? So if we don't identify where we need protection at and how to mentally have a protective barrier for each other, then we're already fighting a losing battle.
We don't need to be focused on other nationalities and races. We're talking about Black people right now.
You're kind of also like misconstruing the Civil War.
Well, he wasn't here. He's Jamaican, so he don't even fucking know.
I know. No, hey,
we didn't read the same history books. That's what you're saying?
I'm saying the Civil War was fought over slavery. It was between the North and the South in regards to slavery.
You didn't read the history book, and that's the problem, I guess.
Yeah, because the Civil War happened in 1865.
And what was it? Okay, so
and what was it about?
Slavery. It was between the Civil War is between the North and South over literally slaves over us.
Okay, now
it was a conflict, because I got this shit right here. It's a conflict between the Union North and the Confederate States of America South over issues including slavery, states' rights, resulting in devastating casualties.
States' rights just goes back to slavery. They want the right to own slaves.
And then if you're confused, it says including slavery and states' rights. So both. Not just one, both.
Now, what I'm trying to
but you're talking about other countries.
Hold on.
Stop.
Golden, what are you? You say that's not what you're trying to say. What are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to explain to you is, right, the country at the time was divided and funded by international parties. One international party felt as if like, hey, we wouldn't keep slavery in the country. Another side felt
Civil
as
War?
International parties.
Wait, hold on. He's not wrong, but he's wrong. Like, you're talking about proxy wars, right? Like in the example, right? Like where, for example, like in the Middle East and like Iran, right? There was a proxy war, right, where Russia was funding one side and then America was funding another side for a struggle over control of oil resources, right? But I wouldn't say that in the US the Civil War was like a proxy war. I know like France helped, like certain countries put their hat in, they helped out on either side, but it wasn't funded or motivated by other countries in the same way that countries abroad would be.
I think I'm thinking more of the battle for the war for independence.
Well, you go think about that somewhere else, because you didn't lost all the
No, literally, I said, hold on. I literally just said you're confusing it with a different part of history.
I'm saying it's a whole bunch of history that's all into one. And
you're confusing the Civil War with the beginning of the independence of the U.S.
Listen, what I'm saying, I know I'm right about. It's just more pages, more parts to it. So to go into detail of every action and back and forth.
The problem is that we are trying to make a concise point, but when you're naming a period of history called the Civil War, that was completely different from America trying to fight for independence from Britain.
Because the international, the War of Independence happened in 1919.
You're talking about two different time periods, two different wars.
Totally, this is like a bunch of years after that, my love. Because this is,
and like I said, all of these all was brand. Now, all I was saying is all of these was controlled by European countries' dictatorship. And this dictatorship led to even America getting its independence.
All of what is controlled by
How about stop trying to talk about history and make your actual point? Because clearly the history part is where you're struggling at. Get to the actual point of what you're trying to make.
The actual point is, all I'm saying is the bickering and back and forth about FBAs and immigrants. I feel as if like the FBA should be should help immigrants get educated on how America has been, how Black Americans have been treated.
We trying to educate your ass now. You don't even want to listen. So how's that gonna work?
Okay, we're debating. It's not. I'm not trying to argue with you.
But now you're making it a responsibility of Black Americans, and actively
because it's a responsibility for other cultures to
it is not my responsibility to educate
I'm not saying it's. Listen, I'm not saying it's y'all. I'm saying other cultures made it their responsibility to miseducate other Black people about y'all. So that's the only thing I was saying. I'm not trying to sit here and try to say it's
if you care and respect other ethnicities, damn. Go ahead. I've been talking a bunch.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, sweetheart.
Okay.
Y'all see the development we have here? We went from calling you a bitch, now you're a sweetheart.
He's still a tether? Stop it.
Oh my God.
That gotta be a racial slur of
That's
some
gotta
type.
be.
I was just about to praise you and say that we had development because, like, you know, it went from very antagonistic to like now you calling her a sweetheart, and I'm like, oh.
She called.
Guys, we're gonna wrap this one up here. Appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks for coming through today. Hit that like button on your way out. I will catch you guys later.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.